Hello. It's been a while since you've seen a real life video, hasn't it? Well, we all know what's coming in 2026. We all know what's in the works. We all know what's coming out. I'll give you a clue. It's been anticipated for years. So, guess what's coming out in 2026? Shrek 5. The legend returns in 2 years. The legend will return. All I'm hoping is that I'm hoping it's better than Kung Fu Panda 4. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, this is my pitch and my interpretation of Shrek 5's plot. And I think it's pretty good. So you know how in Puss in Boots 2, Puss, Kitty and Perito are on a boat and he's like this, "Today we are going to visit old friends on new adventures." And yeah, it says far, far away, doesn't it? Well, it's going to take place after that. So, Puss and the other two arrive at Far, Far Away, and you know where they go? They go to the swamp. The swamp is back, guys. We go to the swamp. We're off to the swamp, and then basically, the whole idea is that, since it's been 14 years, and this is going to be an emotional plot point in the film, Shrek and Fiona and the kids are old now. The kids are like 20 or something like that. Shrek and Fiona are like old, elderly. You may be like, oh, I can't imagine old Shrek. Well, he's not going to sound like this, isn't he? I guess it could work at right. Hey, donkey, go get me. But I think we should still make Mike Myers just do his regular Shrek voice. Still funny. We don't want to be like making jokes about him being old all the time. Maybe like Pussy's like, "Jesus, senor, you have aged." And basically, Shrek's having an end-of-life crisis in this movie. So basically, what happens is he reminds Shrek of how old he is, and he's sad because he feels like his whole life, his last adventure was when he defeated Rumpelstiltskin. He's sad. He feels like his life has no purpose anymore. And he's almost near his grave. And basically, he kind of lashes out at, like, Puss, like, saying, "Why would you remind me?" Like, yeah, he's sad. He's old as well, so. Basically, he goes to bed thinking that, and then the others, like, go to sleep. We have Donkey, Dragon, Puss, and, yeah, you understand. You know what I liked about Shrek 2, and they never did it again? I liked how the world building in that. I liked how it was not just the swamp again. They went to Far, Far Away. I liked it, world building, but after that, they mostly just stay in Far, Far Away, and then just another new threat comes their way. In this adventure, have you guys ever heard of the Fountain of Youth? Shrek wants to be young again. He wants to be granted eternal youth. He wants to be young forever. He wants to live like the good old days. It's kind of like Shrek 4, where he wants to go back to when people feared him. But this time he wants to be young and agile again. You know what I mean? So basically, Shrek and his friends embark on an adventure to embark on an epic quest to find the Fountain of Youth. But in the distance, there's someone watching. And you know who it is? Guess what? It's the villain of the movie. An evil version of Shrek who comes from an alternate universe. Basically, he has dark power inside him. I want him to be kind of like Death, where he's like lurking around every corner. And every little bit of evidence gets him closer to Shrek. Don't do what Maxime Lamal did, where he has no shitting clue where Gru is, and just Principal Ubelschlet just tells him where Gru is, because she has a tracking device on her badger. But every little bit of evidence gets them closer to Shrek and the Fountain of Youth. Basically, he has a dark power inside. He has a power to resurrect old villains. We're bringing back Farquaad, the fairy godmother, and Rumpel. We're not bringing back Charming. No way. He's annoying. He's an annoying villain. Shouldn't be a villain. And basically, they want revenge on not Gru. What am I on about? I'm confusing myself. They want revenge on Shrek. So they team up, and they basically what he does is basically the idea is that Shrek and them embark. They fight mythical creatures. They have to dodge for obstacles and stuff. Nothing can stop them. They stop for the night, and then whilst they go to sleep, evil Shrek grabs Shrek to have a meeting, saying like this: "Hello, laddie. I'm not sure you know who I am, but I'm an evil and agile version of you. Who are you, laddie?" And basically what he does is, he's like this. Basically what he does is, basically on the adventure, Donkey and the others disappear one by one everywhere they go. And basically, he's like this. "I'm not alone. Who do you remember this?" Donkey comes out. You know when Donkey kicks Shrek in the balls at the high school in Shrek 3? I know. He kicks him in the balls again, and basically he turns the good people into bad people. And then basically, evil Shrek and the villains plot on destroying the Fountain of Youth before Shrek gets there. So Shrek wakes up, warning Fiona that they have to get to the Fountain of Youth quick. It's like Puss when he didn't tell his friends about death at first. He doesn't tell her about evil Shrek. Basically. Oh yeah, back when he's like saying, "I plan on destroying the Fountain of Youth, laddie." You know that little pee that Puss did? He's going to do that on Shrek's shirt like this. Did a little pee. And basically what he's going to do, what's happening is, they're going to get to the fountain. You know what they do? Evil army, the villains. We're bringing back the Ogre Resistance, guys. They're older, of course. Because, you know, Shrek was young in that one. We're bringing back the Ogre Resistance. Most people probably weren't a fan of that plot line, but it was an okay element in Shrek 4. It just got a bit boring when they met the Ogre Resistance. They didn't do much after that, other than plot on the tap pump. But they reassemble the Ogre Resistance, and basically they arrive, they storm to the Fountain of Youth, and then the past villains, evil Shrek, and the army are there. And you know what happens? You know Fairy Godmother, I think she has a grudge against Shrek the most. Rumpel and Farquaad go up against the Ogre Resistance. Godmother goes up against Shrek, and like they have this like funny elderly battle and stuff. You know what Shrek does? If you keep putting people in the Fountain of Youth water, you become younger each time. So basically what he does is he drowns her in it, and basically she'll like go into a baby, and then she'll be nothing. What are you when you're in the womb before you become a child? Nothing. She becomes nothing. And that's the end of her. She's not coming back. And then basically what happens is, you know, since evil Shrek's a younger, evil, more snappier version of Shrek, he grabs him by the collar like this and holds his fist towards him, and like, you know what he does? You know what he has to do to defeat him? You know what he does? He well, basically the backstory for evil Shrek is that he had a disease, and basically what he did was, there was this power that made you eternal. It makes you immortal. It makes you young forever. And basically what happened was, we didn't know that this dark power was actually evil. It's sinister. So then when Shrek hears that, you know what he does? Because he was really young, the evil Shrek, when he got the disease. So you know what he did? He did this, and then he does an uppercut. What happens is, he goes into the Fountain of Youth, and then when he goes in, he goes to a really young age where he doesn't have the power, and then it leaves his body and goes into Shrek's body. It's like the yin and yang, that power. If you're bad, it grants you bad power. If you're good, it grants you good power. It's a cool idea. And basically, that disease catches up to him and dies. And then Shrek gets that power, but it's the good version. He's still old. Basically, at the end, he learns that he doesn't need any fountain of youth, and he doesn't need to be young to be himself. Basically, it's about letting the past be. I mean, I think he already learned that in the 4th movie, but like, it's basically self-acceptance. He's like, I think he already did that though. I don't know, I guess power of friendship, the power of loyalty, and the power of courage helped them with this one. I don't know what the message would be. The message of the first movie is about don't judge a book by its cover. The second one is don't judge a book by its cover again, I think. And in the third movie, make a big speech in front of everyone. And then in the 4th movie, it's you don't know what you have until it's gone. The message of this movie is well, he's having an end-of-life crisis, so I'm thinking right now. Sorry about this, guys. On video as well. So the message would be, you don't have to be young to do these things. And like basically, I guess like you'd learn that the message would be, live the best life you can. Be the best version of yourself. That's the message of the movie. Because all them years ago, from the 1st movie to the 4th movie, he has improved as a character. His arc has developed. This is the conclusion to his arc. Be the best version of yourself. I know that's the message of Inside Out 2, but be your best self. And basically, you know what I said with the end-of-life crisis thing, and he's sad because he's getting close to his grave. Do you remember that emotional plot point I said? Well, at the end, he's going to die. He will die. And basically, in the 4th movie, he almost died, but Fiona kissed him before he vanished, didn't she? And my thought is to perfectly cap off this beloved ogre's story, we kill him off. I know that sounds a bit mean, but then we get an emotional thing where like they're all crying and they hug him, and then he vanishes into thin air. Basically what happens is, you know where his memorial is? You may be like, oh, is it the swamp or is it far, far away? It's the onion field. The exact same one that Donkey and Shrek went through to embark on their adventure to rescue Fiona in the 1st movie. Oh, that's nostalgia. Oh yeah, you know that power that went through his blood? He used that power to send the villains back to the dead, basically. So, it's sad they're all gathered around him. Shrek's legacy will live on. Fiona, Puss and Donkey and that vow to protect Far Far Away and the world at all costs. Donkey's just stood there by himself on the grave. And at the memorial, I guess he's older as well. And boom, dramatic cut. That'll lead up into the Donkey movie. Give me loads of likes if you think I should write the Donkey movie. That'd be great. See ya.